This is episode 182 of The Twim Show. I'm your host Sajid, and today I'm going over the notable news and updates from October 9 through 13. And for as a change, what I am doing now is I'm bringing the week's top update first and then kind of going down the list, and all the least important updates are towards the end. So that way, if you really want to hear the first most important update, you get to listen to it and then you can drop off if you like, rather than having to wait till the end. And let me know how that works. Do you like the new format? And I'm going to try to do this format for a while to see how that kind of goes on. Okay. Anyways, first update, Google has launched this new thing called demand gen ads. This is of course AI driven video ad, and Google's probably trying to compete with Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. But anyway, that the demand gen, what it is basically it's creating highly targeted video and image ads specifically designed for platforms like YouTube. These ads can be up to 15 seconds long, ideal for YouTube placements, and can also feature image carousels tailored for mobile users. The tool uses Google's powerful AI to identify lookalike audiences that share characteristics with your existing customers, allowing for more targeted advertising. So why this is important, in my opinion, is because consumer habits are changing. People are now splitting the time between traditional social media platforms and video sites like YouTube. Now, I'll be guilty of the second part, which is I've been using YouTube a lot more than social media sites, just because I go to YouTube more frequently to learn a lot of new stuff that are otherwise not possible on social media, because social media is just, it's like a big bucket with everything in it. Okay, so Google's demand gen aims to help you capitalize on this shift by offering visually compelling ads tailored to a specific audience. Early adopters have already seen promising results, and I shall leave it there. Okay. Next up, Google Ads policy update. If you're offering rewards, whether monetary or indirectly, this is something that applies to you. So what policy kicks in on October 31st, 2023, about a little over 2 weeks from now. And here the change means in simple terms. The reward must be redeemable and usable only within your platform, website, or app. The reward must be non-transferable. If the reward is a discount or voucher for a physical item, it must not exceed 25% of the item's total value. So these are the three main things that you should be aware of if you are going to use Google Ads to offer reward, monetary, deep discounts, things like that. How this will be enforced and what will be enforced remains to be seen, but now if you are doing Google Ads and you're offering discounts, probably you want to make some changes, tweaks into your promotional language, and you should be good to go. Next up, Google's cookie crumble. So Google has announced that starting early 2024, Google is going to disable third-party cookies for 1% of the Chrome users, and about midway 2024, it's going to turn off third-party cookies completely. And this is a big marketing shift. I mean, I've covered this in the past quite a bit. Cookies are going away, at least third-party cookies. And cookies are very, very important because this is how you track conversions. This is how you track, hey, this user that came to our site, has this user converted or not? And last week, I've done a lot of work on cookies and first-party tracking, and that's actually how would I say, that's a conversation for another day. And if you really want to know what I'm doing, especially around lead gen campaigns, you want to check out our Market and Grow YouTube channel, because as I find my findings, I'm going to continue to update that. And again, this is not to sell you anything, but this is just my research and documenting my research, because sometimes what happens is when I do the research, and fast forward 3 or 6 months down the road, I forget what I did, and then my teammates come and I'm like scratching my head and I just do not know what I remember everything. So now what I've started to do is, as I do this research, I start dumping it into YouTube and I just keep those videos there, so that not only my teammates can watch it, but our future teammates can watch it, and existing teammates. But also, if you find it helpful, go ahead and watch it. Again, these are nothing to sell you. These are not keyword optimized, or these are videos that are not, catching the trend. These are all work that we are doing on behalf of a client, and then, sanitizing that information, putting it out there so that maybe it will help you one day. Anyway. Coming back, so privacy and security is a big thing. So Google's going to basically go ahead and turn off cookies. That's all you need to know. And let's go to the next update. Okay, and this really ties in together. I mean, maybe this is what Google planned, is that Google is basically has announced a new tool called Google Ads Data Manager. It's a platform that allows you to advertise your products or service on Google search. The tool aims to simplify the management of first-party customer data, which is the data you collect directly from your customer. This is crucial because first-party data is generally more reliable and valuable than third-party data, which is collected from external sources like browser cookies. Now, yes, again, some of the work that I did last week, again, I'm kind of going off the tangent from the news updates, but I do want to share with you here is that last week, I basically saved a lot of data as first-party cookies so that later on when the users do convert, we can actually match those things. Now, it doesn't help if the user deletes that cookie, or if the user is using a browser in incognito mode. But at the same time, if the user is logged in, there's a lot of things that you can do. But anyway, coming back to this Google Ads Data Manager, I haven't seen it yet because it's coming out early 2024 as well. But what it's saying is that what Google is saying is that Google Ads Data Manager offers a unified platform where data analysts and marketers can collaborate. It streamlines the process of setting up new data integration, activating customer data sets for measurement and targeting. The tool eliminates the need for coding, reducing duplicated work between analysts and engineers. It even promises future integrations with major platforms like Salesforce, where many businesses build audience profiles and analytics and repositories. So as you can kind of take a guess, it's gonna be geared more towards people who are using Salesforce, which is kind of expensive. But at the low end, we are building something for our own customers and for our own use, actually, using Google Ads, Tag Manager, and Google Sheet. But again, I shall not talk about us anymore. What work we're doing, if you want to find out, go to Market and Grow YouTube channel. Anyway, so there you go. Let's move on to the next update. Now, this is something big, which is Google Ads had some glitches this week where it affected people with their targeting as well as how much they were spending every day. And Google on the 11th of October confirmed that there's a significant issue with a large number of Google Ads user. Now, obviously, there's not much you can do, but I think this is something, and Google is saying this is a one-time event, but again, can you really trust these platforms? How many times has this happened with Facebook? How many times has Google been caught saying, hey, we don't manipulate search, but then again, in the court lawsuit, as we saw in the antitrust lawsuit that's ongoing, Google's like, yeah, we want to tweak search. Okay, what the thing you need to do, and I'm cutting to the chase so that the podcast remains concise, is you need to keep an eye on your spending at a regular interval, and you can set up alerts so that way if you see something's off, you can turn it off and wait, let the things dust settle. So yeah, you do have a side effect where you spend money, you pause your ads, you probably don't get the customers, but at least you don't have a wasted spend asking Google for a refund, and that takes months. I'm of the opinion that if you can track it and you kind of stop the loss right there, that's better than trying to go spend it and asking Google for a refund, and you never know when you're gonna get the refund. Same thing with Facebook. Okay, Google has actually announced or rolled off this new AI-powered images in search generative experience. I've tried it, and I kind of like it. I wrote a blog post this morning, and I said, draw me an image, and I gave the descriptions. It kind of came. It's not exactly there, but and for a blog post where sometimes I'm scratching my head trying to figure out, hey, what image am I going to put? I just let that AI decide, and whatever image came in, there were 4 options. I took the third options, and I'm happy with it, right? Let's roll with it and let's move forward. Sometimes progress is better than perfection, and this is one of those cases. So again, for you to be able to take leverage of this, you need to have Google Search Labs turned on, and if you do that, you should be able to take care of it. Now, the thing is, you need to start the prompt in, like, you go to google.com and you say draw a picture or draw an image, and then and it should actually give you some images back. Now this is something you could also do in DALL-E 2, DALL-E 3, Midjourney, but again, this is free, so I like it. Okay. Now, one of the things that came up, and I'm going to quickly talk about, and obviously this is something if you need to read the show notes to be able to learn more, is that Google's randomized generalized second price auction. This is something that came out during the litigation phase, and obviously it's still going on during the government's case against Google. So it's something you need to know if you are running ads in Google Ads. It's important to know. It's like if you're driving on the roads, it's important for you to know the rules of the road, right? And then again, the rules differ from countries to countries, especially like say if you're in the US and you're moving to Europe and you're driving there, you want to know what the rules are, what the signs mean, things like that. You just don't want to blindly run it. At the same time, you want to understand how this RGSP system works. And I actually have this as a show notes. I will keep it there, but I will also publish it as a blog. So just in case, if you want to learn more, you should go there. Now for Meta has released a new ad feature for Facebook Reels for the holiday, and they're calling it collections, collection ads for Facebook Reels. That's what they're calling. These ads allow you to showcase a series of products with a single ad, making it easier for potential customers to browse and shop. Meta has also introduced multi-dimension Reels carousel ads, which enable you to direct viewers to multiple product pages based on the image shown in the ads. Again, not a big thing. It's just certain tweaks in terms of how many things you're doing. But again, if you're advertising on Meta, this is for you. Microsoft has released this Microsoft marketing guide for the holiday season, and they're calling it Your Festive Season Marketing Playbook. Now, one thing that I really like about this, and again, subject to how truthful the numbers are, but basically what Microsoft is saying that according to their data, the data shows the brands see a significant increase in website traffic and purchases during September and October in the US, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. These months accounts for 44% of ad clicks and 40% of conversions, often at a 5% lower cost per click. This is very important. Another key takeaway of this is the impact of October clicks. Okay, on average, 60% of purchases in November and 50% in December can be traced back to consumer clicks in October. Microsoft suggests using remarketing, in-marketing audiences, and automated bidding strategies to capture this segment of deal seekers. Okay, having said that, the last thing I want to say is that Microsoft is also saying diversified ad strategies are also recommended, as 28% of holiday clicks come from mobile devices. So obviously the holiday season is a prime opportunity for boosting sales and customer engagement. Microsoft Guides does offer actionable tips based on most recent trends, helping you to plan more effective ad campaigns. Now, what really interested me and got my antennas up is that, look, if that's the case, I'm sure it's true for Google, Facebook, Meta, TikTok. So if you're not advertising the month of October, you're potentially losing sales to your competitors in this November and December. So it's better for you to spend money this month and get the attention and kind of nurture your potential customers. Lastly, WordPress has some security flaws, and they've announced a latest update. So make sure your website is up to date, because one of them is because of a cross-site scripting bug, the hackers can actually take over your site, and you don't want that, right? So it can compromise website, can damage your business reputation and result in financial loss, especially if you're running campaigns and things like that. With that, folks, that's it for this week in marketing. Now you have everything you need to know. Let me know how it goes. This is your host Sajid signing off. Until next week. Take care. Bye-bye.